Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the National Dirt Racing Association Gateway Nationals, night number 1. Midgets on tap for you tonight. Joining me in the booth, my partner in crime, Mr. Dominic Santina. Dominic, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here, Roger. Glad to join you here tonight. Excited for the first night of 3 of racing and ready to kick it off here at the Chili Bowl.
34 midget drivers checked in here tonight. They will finish up their practice session here in about 7.5 minutes, qualify, and then go into heat races. And we will have a big 30-lap feature for you at the end of this thing. Been watching anybody in particular, Dom?
No, just making sure we get familiar with some of the names and watching how they go around the track, see what lines they're using, and seeing how this track's wearing in. No one in particular that I'm watching, though.
Plenty of familiar faces, too. Fans of the Dirt Racing Network here. We've got the Rylan Grays, Jaden Wolfs, Kyle Sosnowski, usually over with the Flat Out guys, over here tonight with these midget boys at the NDRA. Carden and Cannon Cochran both here. Tyler Berry. Plenty of names that run a lot of the series that we cover, so should be a pretty interesting night tonight, I think.
Yeah, we have a decent amount of people in the server tonight. I think 34 in total, so should make for some decent racing.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. I don't think anybody's going to light this place on fire. I've been watching a bunch of the cars get around, and everybody's got a little struggle at some spot here on the track. We're watching from up in the top of the stands there on the west end, and you can see there's a couple of cars out here making some laps, but everybody is finding the fence or the berm at some point tonight, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, same thing. Either they're getting up there in the catch fence or jumping that inside berm. So we'll have to watch. It's going to make it interesting to say the least, as I believe it was, I didn't catch exactly who it was, maybe Cannon Cochran that just got that inside berm a little bit.
Yeah, I don't have it fixed on a particular car, but I do think you're right. I do think it was Canada, the 33, the green and yellow car that's out there. Get down here. We'll take a little bit better look at him. He is riding around there on the apron. Probably about the only place where there's any moisture left on that entire surface down there. Down to about 5 minutes now until we get ready to go racing. Tonight, the midgets. Tomorrow night is going to be the UMP modified cars. And Sunday afternoon is going to be the super late models. All right here on this teeny tiny little bull ring of a track inside the Tulsa Expo Center. Right around almost a quarter of a mile, but measured at just over 0.2 of a mile long. The only indoor track we have right now, and I sure do wish we could get the other one. It'd be a whole lot of fun to go back and forth between the two a couple of times. All right, guys, if you are over on Twitch or YouTube, be sure you subscribe to the channel. If you are on Facebook, any of the pages, come by, like, share, and follow the Dirt Racing Network. Over 8,500, or over, it's 9,850 now, 9,850 followers. When we reach 10,000, we're going to have a big event, do some fan giveaways, have a couple of races. try to get some celebrities in here to chat. But it looks like practice session is over. It is time for us to have our invocation. So it is time to go to public address.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, big thank you to Mr. and Mr. Foley for our invocation, our national anthem. We'll do that every single night here. We will get ready to run through the starting lineup for heat race number 1. Jaden Wolf, your quick qualifier tonight, 10.511 seconds. You'll see on the pole for heat race number 2 at 10.513 seconds, Rylan Gray. So tight field there. But on the pole for heat race number 1, the 7 car of Jaden Wolf. On his outside, the Valvoline number 13, Jaden Krause. Row 2 on the inside. In the Quantum, number 4X is going to be Bruce Jones. And on his outside, the John Deere, number 33, Cannon Cochran. Jordan Lawrenson inside of row number 3 in the 28 car. And the 55 on his outside, Mark Mackey. Into the 4th row. On the inside, the 54 of Trent Wall. And on his outside, Nathan Bothers. It's Botherus, excuse me. And on the back row, Zach Adams in the 71. So 9 cars scheduled to be in the first heat race. Top 2 go straight to our feature tonight. Long angle view here for you. And Captain Poon, I do not have that information. I need you to come by the Facebook page, the Dirt Racing Network, and send us a private message with all that information, if you don't mind, please, so we can get that in the mail to you. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Look at a turn 3 here. This is the stands just off of the spectator stands on the west end of the track inside the building. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good angle. Watch these guys for a pace lap. They will have 2 pace laps, and then they will go green. Reworked the track a little bit there, Dominic. What do you think, buddy? You think it's going to make for a single lane track, or are these guys going to really get after it right here?
Well, from what we were talking about in pre-race, that they're going to rework it, I believe, once or twice, and then it's going to stay the way it is for the rest of the race. So it's going to, by the end of the night, there's a potential it could become one single lane track around here.
Yeah, I think it's going to kind of get single lane here the first handful of heats, 2 or 3, and then that last couple of heats, we're going to start to see guys be able to spread out just a little bit. I just don't think the top side is as fast as it should be here, but the pace truck is in. We're ready to go green for the first time tonight the NDRA Gateway Nationals. Night one with the midgets. Green flag in the air. And 9 midgets come to life. 2 of them into the wall. Saw Cochran. Cannon Cochran put his into the fence quickly there. Let's get a good look and see what happened to him. And I'm not sure who that was behind him that hit the fence, but somebody else caught it too down here. Just got in there hot. Both he and Mark Mackey clipped the fence. So we'll see those two. Going to have to go to the back of the field, play a little bit of catch up, and it didn't take long for our first caution of the evening.
No, it did not. They both went into that first corner, got up into that outside wall, and hopefully that's not the story to come going forward. Hopefully we can get some green flag racing in.
Yeah, definitely have to have a lot of throttle control here. By the time you're 100% into the throttle, you got to get right back out of it. So it's just a split second of being 100% here on this car. Short as this place is and as tacky as it is right now, you're going to be carrying quite a bit of speed down into the corner. So single file for our restarts. Pace truck's about to head in. We're going to get underway. Got 1 lap in, so 7 to go.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back in the air. Jaden Wolf, Jaden Kraus, your top 2 right now, but Bruce Jones, that 4X machine, trying to make a bid to take second away from Kraus. Only 2 go straight to your feature, so the top 2 in each heat race, those spots are very, very precious. And right now, Jones starting to lose track. As caution once again. Is Mackey in this one again? Mackey to the outside, finds the fence. Car upside down. And I think that car was still laying there when the leader started to come into turn 1. Yep, there goes your leader right by him. So that is how the 55 of Mackey ends up in the infield. Try to get a look from above here. I do see the 18 car, I think that is, of Botheris coming back on the track. Yeah, that is Nathan's car. He is blinking something fierce out there. He and Zach Adams, both 71 machine. The black and green and white one back there, second to the last in the row. The lights will go off in the pace truck. You can see that start line, that green cone, and then there's that white line that sticks out right there. That is your start-finish line here. They do it hanging from the inside, and the flag man has to run out there, wave the flags, and run back and get in the infield again. So we got cars hitting the fence under pace down the back stretch. They're going to get back in order as the green flag comes out. 4 laps to go that time by. Wolf jumps out to another pretty sizable lead coming off of 2. Oh, you saw Jones get around the high side. There it goes. Kraus. That was Jaden Kraus. He got a little bit antsy, I believe, right there. Coming out of 3 and 4. He's going to get the left side up, get the car almost around. Now he tries to hang on to it, gets down into turn 1. And Bruce Jones was already in that spot, so contact there for Kraus, and that is going to move him all the way to 6th. So still 6 of the 9 cars on track and have about 2 laps to go, and we get the green. Action happens quick here, guys. Faster in the heat race than they were in qualifying. Jaden Wolf, 10.46 seconds for his quick lap so far in the race. That is half a tenth quicker than his qualifying time. Well, you know, tacky track, fresh. Everybody's going to be, you know, kind of a hot pedal hero there, a car that talks.
Green, green, green.
All right, green flag back in the air. 2 laps to go, and Wolf once again with a good jump on the field. That's going to relegate Bruce Jones to having to deal with the guys behind him, and he's going to get some space out of 2. White flag in the air this time. Wolf and Jones, your top 2. They'll be going straight to the feature if they can keep them facing forward. As Jaden Wolf looks like he is easily going to cruise to the Heat 1 win, and he's going to bring Bruce Jones into the feature with him. Everybody else going to play alphabet soup. So Dominic, you're going to take over for race number 2, or heat race number 2 here, and these guys have not set the bar very high.
No, they don't, but Jaden Wolf might be one to watch going on through the rest of the night. Looks like he's got this place figured out. He looked pretty quick in his heat race there. We'll have to see in the A main. He might be one to watch for the victory here tonight.
Yes.
Let's
see, Elliott May, they will tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow night will be the modifieds, and Sunday afternoon will be the late models here.
All right, we'll get gridded out with our heat race number 2. Starting on the pole will be the 06 of Rylan Gray. To his outside, the 97 of Stephen Gregory's. Row number 2 on the 8. On the inside, the 8 of Riker Pace. To his outside for Volunteer Race Wraps from Maryville, Tennessee, the 12 of Brennan Weeks. Row number 3 on the inside, the 19 of Philip Brinkley. To his outside, the 22 of Adam Zelmer. Row number 4 on the inside, the 171 of Brandon Freeberg. To his outside, the 16 of Hagen Sorensen. And rounding out our second heat race is the 49 of Sean Hayes. Here we go, getting ready to go green with heat race number 2. On the throttle we go, and a big jump for Rylan Gray right off the start. He's going to pull out to the early race lead and start to pull away already. 1 lap in the books. Riker Pace holding on to that second position over Stephen Gregory. Then it's Zellner and Brinkley, your top 5. Well, Roger, we already got off to a better start than your heat race, so hopefully it continues here as we're coming almost halfway home already here in heat race number 2.
Rylan Gray just driving away from these guys.
Yeah, we were talking about Jaden Wolf in heat race number 1. We might have found his competition here with Rylan Gray. He's got this thing flying around the racetrack right now.
Already into lap traffic.
Yeah, he's pulling up on the back of Sean Hayes. He's going to put him a lap down, coming to 2 to go. A little contact there with the lapper of Hayes. Coming into 3 and 4 this time. White flag will be in the air. Here he comes into 3 and 4 one more time. Rylan Gray will pick up the win. Riker Pace will go with them to the A main. The rest will head through our LCQs. And how about that, Roger? For 3 cautions in heat 1, we go green flag to checkered flag quickly.
Well, heat 2 was definitely a whole lot cleaner. We'll see what these guys in heat 3 can do. 4 heat races for us tonight. And then we'll move on to all of our alphabet soup. On the pole for heat race number 3, going to be the 5 car of Chase Howard. On his outside, the 5 car of Bo Stencil. Second row on the inside, the 20, Bowen Smith. And on his outside, Kyle Sosnowski in the 15. The third row, the 9 car of Colin Murphy. On the outside of him in the 86, Jason Madison. Fourth row, inside, Tyler Berry. And I know I looked earlier, that car was not the 500. Let's just go see what Tyler Berry is driving there. Maybe it is the 500.
It is the 500.
Okay, we can live with that. It's supposed to be scheduled to his outside, Jeffrey Baum in the 02, but I do not see that 02 machine on the track. So 7 cars in this heat race. Yeah, we are hoping that it starts to slick off and it'll open it up just a little bit. I still don't think the very outside is going to be the way to go here. And if you've been to the Chili Bowl, that outside works only for a short period of time, or everyone is up there. So
Green flag, green flag.
green flag over heat race number 3. Chase Howard and Bo Stenzel. Pretty good start for both of those guys as they are going to get away from the rest of the field quickly here. Tyler Berry moved all the way up to 3rd. Now he's out of shape. Going to have a challenge. He gets down the corner, gets backwards in turns 1 and 2. He and Sosnowski had a little bit of contact there. As you can see, he got out of shape getting into 3rd, going into 3. Trying to hang on to the car at the bottom, and Sosnowski was coming in on that angle and Barry was just a little flat getting in right there. So we'll get them reset. Single filed up. Why am I getting the heat races with all the cautions in them, Dom?
I was going to say, it just must be you. They must not like you or something.
I put the broadcaster's voodoo on them or something, I guess, right?
Hey, I've been doing it for the last couple weeks. I'm sure some of your drivers aren't very happy with me. So
Well, they'll get over it, I think. They keep showing up. That's what we're looking for, is have a lot of drivers with good clean racing. So, all right, single filed up. Howard, Stencil, Sosnowski, Smith, Madison, Murphy, and Tyler Berry in that order. Got about 6 laps to go. Heat race number 3. Remember, the top 2 transfer directly to the end. Everybody else going into the alphabet soup. And we are back underway. Good run down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. Howard going to be able to hang on to the lead with Stencil behind. Battle for third right now. That battle for third could be the difference. Oh, we saw Smith get up onto the berm, and he is just bouncing around down the backstretch. He gives up a spot to Jason Matson. So Madison into fourth. Now gets pushed into the outside wall there by Bowen Smith. They're going to keep it green as we are down to 3 laps to go. Chase Howard starting to put a gap on Stencil, and once again, caution. I'm not sure. Let's see if maybe Mr. Murphy. Yep, he got in, got up against the wall, got flipped over, couldn't get it back on its wheels. And caution for that. So Colin Murphy into the infield. He will not finish heat race number 3, and we'll have 2 laps to go when they get the green back. I don't know about all that, Poon. I like to see these guys stay in the action and stay green. All right. Lights off on the pace truck. He'll make the hard left into the infield down the backstretch. Howard and Stencil, your top 2. Then Sosnowski, Berry, Madison, and Bowen. 2 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. Good start for Chase Howard. Bo Stencil in shallow, out wide in 1 and 2. Now he comes in shallow, keeps it on the bottom in 3 and 4. White flag in the air for Howard and Stencil. Looks like those two probably going to our feature directly from the heat races. For the final time out of turns 3 and 4, Chase Howard picks up the win. Bo Stencil goes with him. Barry Sosnowski and company will be in our alphabet soup.
Well, that time at least we saw a little bit of a battle for the win that time.
Yep. Heat 4 for you, buddy.
All right, starting on the pole for heat race number 4 is going to be the number 2 of Josh Stoll to his outside, the 26 of Cody Williams. Row number 2 will be the 14 of Ben Lewis on the inside, with the number 087 of Austin Grabby on starting 4th. Row number 5, the 00 of Donnie Fair, and to his outside for Skills VR Fast Racing, from Owensboro, Kentucky, Brent Fair. And rounding it out here will be David Castelli and Josh Walker in 7th and 8th. Starting off, green flag racing. Here we go. Right off the start, Josh Stoll pulls away, but it looked like there was a pile up there in turns 1 and 2. Maybe we got away clean. Nope, there's the caution for you, Roger. First caution on my end.
Yeah, Austin Gravy got it into the fence pretty hard down the backstretch. Going to come right to your living room, clips it with the right rear, up, over, and then tumbled into the entrance down there. So not a fantastic start for that young man.
So So Stoll has the lead. Then it's Williams, Lewis, Fair, and Fair, the top 5. Top 2 go. These will be the final heat race. So final 2 cars are transferred directly through the heat races. Lights are out on the pace truck. There it turns into the infield, so we're going to go green this time. Josh Stoll going to lead us to the green flag. On the throttle he goes. Working on lap 2 of 8. Taking a look back here at that second place spot. Williams has it for the time being, but Lewis and Donnie Fair trying to battle to get into that position. Working towards halfway already, 5 to go. Williams getting on that inside portion of the track there, up on the berm in 1 and 2, but kept it straight. He's holding them off. Josh Stoll is kind of checked out here in this heat race. He's going to start encountering lap traffic in a second. He's going to start running up on the back of Austin Grabby. Three laps to go, now coming to 2 to go. Lap traffic gets out of your leader's way. Williams in the second spot comfortably now. He's got a good distance over Ben Lewis for 3rd. White flag in the air. Josh Stoll making his way out of turn 4. He'll take the heat race win. Williams will go with him to the A main. Lewis, Fair, Walker, Fair, Grabby, and Costelli will go to our LCQs.
All right, E main. Gridding out on the front stretch. 9 cars scheduled for this one. 4 will move into the D main. On the pole, going to be the 71 of Zach Adams. On his outside, Sean Hayes in the 49. Second row. That didn't go very well right there. Second row on the inside, the 9 car, Colin Murphy. And on the outside of him, Austin Grabby, the 087. Third row, Nathan Botheris in the 18. And on the outside of him, Brennan Weeks in the 12 car. The fourth row, Jeffrey Baum, the 02, the 24 of David Castelli. And on the back road, Hagen Sorensen. And I don't see Sorensen. I don't see Hayes. There's half a dozen of these cars I don't see out here. So we're only going to have about 5 cars racing for 4 spots.
Yeah, Hayes is not in. Weeks is not in. Baum is not in. And Sorensen not in. So, yeah, 4. Yeah, you're right. 5 for 4. So 1 guy out right now.
Yep. 1 guy out. 4 cars already going to be eliminated. And at 18 cars, blinking quite a bit. Both Theris.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. E-main underway. 8 laps the distance. And the top 4 getting away pretty quickly from Botheris. This is a good battle for second down the backstretch right now. Car into the wall, upside down. Zach Adams on his lid. That's probably going to seal his fate. He's probably going to be out of this thing as he is going to have to get picked up and towed. You saw a little bit of contact. I think he and Castelli. No, Colin Murphy. He and Colin Murphy got together right there. And it flipped over at 71 cars. So the 4 remaining cars going to be transferring into the back of tonight's D main. We'll transfer 4 cars all the way to the B and then fill in the rest of our A main. We already have 8 cars in the feature. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Thank you for the big audience tonight. Hope you're enjoying the midgets here. First night of the NDRA Gateway Nationals. Tomorrow night, same time, 7:30 Eastern. They will begin the practice session for the modified cars. Probably go live around 10 minutes after 8 Eastern. And then on Sunday
Green flag,
afternoon
green
with
flag.
the super late models, the green flag back in the air. And Gravy, a little sluggish on getting to the throttle there coming out of 4, but he's going to hang on to the lead. Murphy in second, Castelli in third, and Botheras a distant fourth and blinking like Christmas tree lights. Good thing it's December. All right, now, Gravy, no luck in his heat race at all. And he is doing a pretty fair job of getting that car around here for this E-Main. Finding a little bit of a line at the top. Trying to keep the car right above the slick. 3 to go that time by. Time's drastically slowing down. 11.271 seconds for your leader. Colin Murphy still in second. Trying to run that exact same line. Not missing it by much that time. A hair quicker than your leader. Castelli quite a ways behind as Gravy's off of 4. In behind the blinking car of Botheras, and he's on the white flag lap, so he is going to pick up the win. He's going into the back of the D main. He's going to take Murphy, Castelli, and Botheras in that 18 car along with him. And we've eliminated 5 of our cars tonight. All right, Dom, D-main time, buddy.
Getting set for our D main. Starting on the inside will be the 32 of Josh Walker. To his outside, the 13 of Jalen Krause. Row number 2 on the inside will be the 171 of Brandon Freeberg. To his outside, the 86 of Jason Matson. Row number 3 on the inside, the 013 of Brent Fair. To his outside, that 87 of Austin Graby. Row number 4 on the inside, the 9 of Colin Murphy. The outside, the 24 of David Castelli. And rounding it out, the 18 of Nathan Botheras. 4 cars, once again, looks like Josh Walker's not making the call right now. So, Brandon Freeberg will pull up to that pole position, and he will lead us to the green flag.
Green, green, green.
Away we go. Jaden Krause going to pull away early already with the race lead. They're bumping and banging like bumper cars back there through 3 and 4, trying to figure out who wants to take the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spots. 2 cars
All right,
go
man.
nose
Caution is
first
out. Caution is out.
into turn number 1. There was craziness all over the track right there.
Yeah, it looks like Gravy is going to be one of these cars that ends up in the fence. He got a little bit of help there from the 24 of Castelli. Little pirouette on that push bar on the back. He's going to be able to continue. Don't know how much damage he's got. I'm pretty sure the 24 car's got a pretty fair amount right now, though. Probably some suspension damage to that car. I do not see a bunch of, bent anything as far as Nerf bars or any of that, but I'm pretty sure he's got some suspension damage. He hit that wall a ton.
Yeah, both those cars hit pretty hard into the outside and middle of turns 1 and 2. We get ready to go, though. Looks like Josh Walker's out of it, so 8 cars battling for 4 spots.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not going
So
green.
they're going to
We're
wave
not
off
going
the green flag start here. They're going to try it again. So they're going to go catch the pace truck, get re-lined up. Not quite sure what was going on. I don't know if the car was not ready yet or what it was, but pace truck pulls back off.
Green flag.
And
green
we'll go
flag.
green flag racing this time. Here we go. Jaden Krause going to lead us to the starting line and into 1 and 2. If we can make it clean, we will. Murphy into that 2nd position. Then it's Jason Matson and Brendan Freeberg, who just jumped up into the 3rd spot. Big slider coming there through 1 and 2 by Brent Ferrer, trying to drive up through the field. He's up into the 3rd spot now. A little contact in the back of the pack. I think a car might have went around.
Gravy.
We're staying green for the moment. Colin Murphy holding on to that 2nd spot. Jaden Krause is checked out. He's
Not anymore.
away.
He checked
He
into
just,
the
I was
fence.
gonna say, was that him? He just went into the wall, so that puts Murphy into the lead and Brent Ferrer into the 2nd place spot, and they have a massive gap over Freeburg. Caution on the racetrack. That will shorten that gap up with 3 to go.
We'll go back about a full lap before he hits the fence. And he is gone. He's a whole straightaway ahead of these guys and just overcooks it into one right rear up into the fence, jumped over the cushion. 360, kind of a pirouette, flat spin right there. And it looks to me like he got the car back underneath him and back underway. He's probably going to end up going towards the tail of the field because that is standard procedure here. If you cause a caution, you got to go to the back.
And I think the reason those two had such a big lead, that being Murphy and Ferrer after that, is because Freeburg had to stop to avoid running into Krause there as he came off that wall. And then luckily the caution came out, reset the order. So we'll get ready to go green flag racing once again. This time Colin Murphy going to lead us to the green flag. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps left to go to decide this D main. These two already pulling out on the rest of the field. White flag in the air. Here comes a slider deep into 1 by Brent Ferrer. Couldn't make it work. We'll come to the line this time. Colin Murphy will take the D-main win. Brent Ferrer in 2nd. Brandon Freeburg 3rd. Austin Graby.
Jason Madison. And that was because Graby got punted just a little bit there. Krause got into 3 really hot and moved him up the hill and cost him that transfer spot right there. So he will not be making it into the back of the C-main, which is on the track right now. On the pole, 15 of Kyle Sognoski to his outside, Donnie Fair in the 00. 2nd row inside, Cannon Cochran, the 33, the outside. That's going to be the 19 of Philip Brinkley. 3rd row inside, Bowen Smith in the 20, outside the 9 of Colin Murphy. Just watched him win the D-main. And he brought Brett Fair in the 013, who's inside row 4, and Brandon Freeburg on the outside of that row with him. And they also got Jason Matson to come through there with that late bit of contact that moved a couple of guys out the door from continuing the evening. So C-main on tap. Going to transfer 4 of these guys into our B-main. And Dom, you'll have to figure out how many cars are going to transfer into the feature from there. So, car upside down already.
Green, green, green.
Green flag out, and I don't even know what happened there, but all of a sudden Colin Murphy's car was flipped over, rolled back on his tires right as the green flag came out, and he is back in 9th position right now. But the battle's at the front. Sosnowski's got the lead. Cochran and Fair trading a little rubber in side-to-side action right there through 3 and 4. Now, Fair going to get around Cochran. Take over 2nd. Cochran's in 3rd. Donnie Fair in front of him. Brent Fair had a shot. Lost a spot to Bowen Smith there. It's Bowen Smith in the 20 car now. Sits in our final. Nope. Donnie Fair got out of shape. Things happening so fast you can't even hardly keep up with it on the timing screen. Donnie Fair, the 00 car, our 4th and final transfer spot. And here comes Freeburg, 171, working his way around traffic.
All right, man. Caution.
Caution.
Is out.
I want to say the 013 maybe of Brett Fair. A little contact there. He's the green, white, and black car. Gets jumped up on the inside. And now it takes that car. As Colin Murphy was the car that was upside down. Fair didn't have anything to do with that. He just got up on the berm. We'll get down here and see what happened to Mr. Murphy. I think he does this all by himself. Yep, down the backstretch, clips the wall, finds the pit road opening. As the entrance to the track right there from the actual pit area. And that doesn't really stick out that bad, but if you hit it, yeah, you're done.
Well, I went back and through those first 4 laps was looking at an extensive look at what happened during the pacing lap, and he just essentially driver error just got too close to the wall, ran up the wall, and flipped himself over.
Well, at least he landed on his wheels, was able to continue for a bit. We're getting ready to go back to Green, Sosnowski, Cochran, Smith, and Donnie Fair, your top 4 right now.
All right, man.
Lights
Like
back on the pace
We're
truck.
not going green this time. We are not going green.
Not sure what keeps causing that.
Yeah, it looks like everybody was lined up ready to go, so not sure. That's the second time back-to-back LCQs that we've seen that happen.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on. It's like maybe a glitch of some kind.
Green, green,
But
green.
3 laps to go right here.
All right,
Kyle
caution is out,
Sosnowski
caution
and
is out.
caution again.
Is the order?
Maybe
Out of-
maybe race control is slowing this down because they've got the order incorrect here.
Yeah,
Sos-
because our leader's now going to the back. They're going to put Cannon Cochran into the lead.
I'm curious of what Mr. Sosnowski could have done to put himself, unless he jumped the start. That I can't
That's what
hear
I was
from race
thinking.
control.
That was going to be my guess. I mean, that would be the only thing that would make sense, right?
Well, it's the only reason I would take a guy off the front and move him to the back if it was me, because he was leading when the caution fell a little bit ago. So a little confusion there. Maybe we can clear that up with race control here in a minute and find out what happened. But that may end Sosnowski's chances to transfer through. Still going to be 3 laps to go.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. And I don't know who's supposed to be calling this race, but it's not looking great right there. But Cochran, Smith, Fair, Matson, your top 4. We'll take a look back here. Jason Matson and caution once again behind that. Brinkley and Freeberg getting into it down in 3 and 4. They were into it in 1 and 2 a little bit as well. Freeberg. Oh, it really wasn't a whole lot to do with Brinkley. It was much more to do with Sosnowski and Freeberg. It wasn't nearly as much to do with Brinkley as I thought it was. So, whole lot of contact down there. Cars backwards, sideways. I'm kind of waiting for this thing to cycle through. Still, Cannon Cochran, Bowen Smith, Donnie Fair, Jason Matson, your top 4. Then Sosnowski, Brinkley, Freeberg, and Brent Fair. Brent Fair off track, still shown in the 8th position. Okay, thank you, Mr. Stencil. The leader jumped the initial start. That's why they ended up moving him to the back. So 2 to go with the green flag in the air. Cochran, Smith, Donnie Fair, and Jason Matson. Big slider right there, Freeberg. He kind of park slid it into 1 and 2. Sosnowski now in 5th, looking to make the pass. White flag in the air. He's got 4 more corners to get it done if he's going to make the transfer spots into the B. Cannon Cochran, Bowen Smith, Donnie Fair are going. Sosnowski got into Madison, and Madison kept his foot in it, and he ends up with that 4th and all-important transfer spot in the back of the B-main. Going to have a shot at coming through and making it to our feature tonight. So 1 more qualifier, 10 cars scheduled to be in it. How many? All of them transferring in?
Well, let me do some quick math. We took 2 from each heat race. We had 4 heat races, so that's 8. I didn't see what the total field was. So it was supposed to be 20?
I didn't catch the number because it didn't show it at the beginning.
I don't know. You take 10, that would put
We'll take a quick look.
18.
We will take a quick look at it. Start running down your lineup, and we'll take a look.
All right, starting on the pole here for the B main will be the 54 of Trent Wald to his outside, the 97 of Stephen Gregory's, row number 2. On the inside will be the 500 of Tyler Berry. To his outside, Ben Lewis. Row number 3 on the inside, the 28 of Jordan Lornson. To his outside, the 22 of Adam Zellmer. Row number 4 on the inside, the 33 of Cannon Cochran. To his outside, the 20 of Bowen Smith. Rounding out the field, the 00 of Donnie Fair. And the 86 of Jason Matson.
6 cars from the B to the A, so we'll have 14 in our feature tonight.
Okay. Well, we're getting ready to go with our B main. Trent
Green,
Wall
green,
going to
green.
lead us to the green flag. Here we go. 8 laps to decide the final 6 spots. Right now, holding on to that 6th
All right, man,
spot
caution's
is
out,
Cannon
caution's out.
Cochran. And we got a caution on
Adam
the racetrack
Zellmer.
right away. As it is Zellmer. I brought it out.
He had a whole lot of help there. He had help from Madison and I believe Fair or Donnie Smith, one or the other. No, it was Donnie Fair. Donnie Fair had give him a little bit of help as well.
Yeah, they could have just pinned him up the wall and ran him into it. So he
Yep.
didn't get the best start to begin with, but definitely didn't get any breaks either.
Nope. Some days you get the bowl of chili, and some days the chili bowl will get you.
Look at you tonight. You're just on top of it all, aren't you? You got the December reference with Christmas lights, Chili Bowl references.
Right, right.
Now you just made our audience want chili, too.
Trying to get it entertaining. That's what I'm doing. That's my job.
All right, here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
This time we are going to go green. It didn't look like anybody was expecting it. Here we go. Wall delayed his start there on the restart, but he's able to pull away a little bit from Gregory and Barry. As we're working on lap number 3. It looked like Barry got into that outer Gregory. No, there goes Gregory. He just hit that
All right,
outside
man,
wall
caution is out,
hard.
caution is out.
He had tapped it in 1 and 2, and he nailed it in 3 and 4.
Yeah, just jumped over the cushion. That was such a light bit of contact in 1 and 2. Now he kills the right rear down to the backstretch, and then the car just never back underneath him all the way into 3. And, nice little flat spin there, and then he's trying to get it turned around. He'll join the back of the field, so I have to deal with the blinking car there of I'm going to go with Adam Zellmer is right there. Yeah, Zellmer. In the 22s, they're going to wave him around and put him at the back of the field. Back on the lead lap.
So your running order is Wall, Barry, Lewis, Cochran, Lawrenson, and Smith. Those would be the 6 to advance. Then it's Fair. My timing and scoring just updated, so I got to wait for it to run through for a second. Fair, Matson, Gregory, and Zellmer. Green flag back in the air. This time a great start for Wall. He's going to get a good jump through 1 and 2. Retain that lead down the backstretch. Tyler Berry holding on to the 2nd spot. Lewis 3rd. Cochran in 4th. 4 laps to go. Halfway through this B main. Oh, there goes Tyler Berry into the outside wall. And into the wall again.
All right, man,
and on his
caution is
roof,
out,
that'll
caution
bring
is
out a
out.
caution.
Can't get it to land on its wheels. It is going to stay upside down. We'll watch him out of 2. He gets the car way out of shape because he clipped the berm, hits the wall down the backstretch. Then got a little bit of help there, Cochran, but he was kind of out of shape, and Cochran already had the inside. So a little bit of touching of the Nerf bars. You can't really blame Cochran much for that. It's just kind of, guy trying to get the car back underneath him, and he couldn't do the job.
So going back to 2 restarts ago, we saw Wall have a really delayed start. You think that was on purpose, or you think with the way the cautions have been, he wasn't expecting to go green that time?
I'm not sure. Race control could have been saying something to them, but it looked like everybody else was a little antsy, ready to go, and Wall just maybe daydreaming a little bit.
Could have been one of his restart techniques, too, trying to catch everybody with a little later start. I don't know. We'll see what he does this time. He timed it pretty well the last time. He goes through the middle of 3 and 4 that time. Pulls a decent-sized gap down the front stretch into 1 and 2. Wall, Lewis, Cochran, Lawrenson, Smith, and Fair, the 6 that would advance if we ended right now. But we have 2 more laps to go. Going to keep an eye back there on that 6th place spot. Fair battling with Matson for that 6th and 7th place spot. White flag in the air. Trent Wall still out front. Now he's got a battle with Lewis for the lead. Here they come through 3 and 4 for the final time. Wall's going to get it. Lewis will go with them. Cochran, Lawrenson, Smith, and Fair will all head to the A main. Matson, Gregory, Zelmer, and Barry, their night is done here in night number 1.
Well, let's see how much warm-up time they're going to give him. They're going to give him any time out on the track, but while we figure that out...
Looks like about 5 minutes.
Yep. While we figure that out, let's let you guys check this out. All right, back to the track. 14 cars scheduled for 30 green flag laps tonight. Looking at a few of them sitting in the infield pits there. Bo Stenzel right now, second quick as Justin Stoll moves to the top of the speed chart in the warm-up. These guys working the track a little bit, trying to figure out which line is going to work the best for them. See a little bit of a cushion building right there along the outside, especially going into the corners. I don't know how tall it looks on the exits, but it does look pretty good. Right on the entry and up to the middle as we watch these guys make a few laps here. Jaden Wolf, your quick qualifier for the evening out here right now, 5th quickest in the practice session.
Rylan Gray right there with them too, 4th quickest. Those two look pretty dominant in their heat races. We'll see how it stacks up in the A main.
Probably better keep our eyes on that 2 car of Justin Stoll. He dominated his heat race earlier. Think he's going to have his hands full with the guy in the 06. Rylan, a steady appearer in DSRL competition and always very quick when he shows up at the track, so keep our eyes on him as well. Well, we'll be back again for all 3 days of it, Mr. Brady, so if you're out there, you're out there. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Thank you for being with us on the Friday night. Be back tomorrow night, same time. About 7:30, 8 o'clock Eastern. Probably go live right at 8 o'clock. Cover the modified portion of this. And then on Sunday afternoon, I think it's at about 4:30 Eastern, we're going to go live for the super late models here. A couple of cars with contact there. So we're watching Rylan Gray at Mega Laps here. Bo Stenzel. I see Cannon Cochran. Stenzel into the outside fence as we are winding down All right, A-main time, 30 green flag laps. On the pole is going to be the 7 car of Jaden Wolf to his outside, Riley Gray in the 06. Second row inside, Chase Howard, the 21 on the outside, the 2 car of Justin Stoll. Third row, Bruce Jones, the 4 car on the inside, and the 8 of Riker Pace to his outside. Bo Stenzel in the 09 inside, or actually he's in the 5 car, excuse me. He's in the 5 car on the inside of the 4th row, and Cody Williams on his outside. 54 of Trent Wall inside row number 5, the outside, Ben Lewis in the 14. The 6th row, Kenneth Cochran, the 33 machine, and on his outside, the 20 of Bowen Smith. And the final row, on the inside, Jordan Lawrenson, the 28, and the 00 of Donnie Fair makes up the 14th and final starting position. So green next time out of 4, 30 green flag laps. Should be an exciting one. Night 1. NDRA Gateway Nationals coming to a close at the end of this feature. Go ahead and bring us to the green, Dom.
Green, green, green.
All right, green flag in the air. Here we go. Jaden Wolf going to take the early race lead as we go into 1 and 2. Battle down the back stretch. Wolf going to hold on to it. Stoll back to second. Rylan Gray in that 3rd position. 3 of the guys we said to watch at the beginning of the race, they're starting to pull up to the front of the pack now, and it could be a 3-way battle here for the win.
And we can't count the 5 car there of Chase Howard out. He was on the bottom all by himself, and he was holding serve with these guys. Ben Lewis
we got our first caution of the night.
Yeah, 14 car, Ben Lewis. Oh, car's got a little bit sideways in front of him. Stencil was one of them. Who else? Riker Pace. Ends up upside down with him. So quite the start for these guys as Pace may be able to make it back out. He might be a lap or 2 down. Don't know how long the tow time is on the infield there. But Ben Lewis already headed down the backstretch. And they are going to hold him up. He's probably going to join the back of the field. Not going to be a lap down, though. Field freezes at the time of caution, and he was still on the lead lap at that point. So, Jaden Wolf, Justin Stoll, Chase Howard, Rylan Gray, Bruce Jones, your top 5. Cody Williams, Bo Stenzel, Bowen Smith, Donnie Fair, Trent Wall, your top 10. Restart. 27 laps to go. Waiting on Jaden Wolf to find the loud pedal. He jumps on the throttle. Green flag back in the air. He and Stoll very tight. Stoll took the inside. Wolf shut the door, and Stoll had to back out of it quick. Keep from turning the 7 car right there. Both those drivers now looking at the bottom side of the track as the way to get around. As you see Chase Howard going top shelf. He's trying to find speed now. Swap spots. As Justin Stoll changes those lines down in 3 and 4. Stoll going to go to the outside, be the lone car in the top 4 to be running the top side right now. Wolf still in front. Stoll, Howard Gray, Bruce Jones in 5th, and Jones is a distant 5th right now. Dominic, I don't know if he's got the speed to keep up with these guys. I might have lost my partner.
Oh, my bad. I'm here.
I just don't think Bruce Jones may have the speed to keep up with these top 4. Those guys starting to get away a little bit. Jaden Wolf really starting to get away from these guys. He is running the slider line in 1 and 2. Now takes it into 3 and 4. Looks like he's going to do the same thing. Going to try to go in with the left front against the berm. Put the right rear into the cushion on the exits, and he's making that work. Chase Howard got around Justin Stoll, and Ryan Gray still in 4th.
Yeah, I've been watching. Jones is not within striking distance, but he's back there just kind of hanging on. Looks like we got a car turned around there in 2. Got it straightened out. But just off a little bit, but he had a comfortable lead over Williams. But it looks like Williams got around him now for 5th.
Yeah, that was the car that kind of got sideways there as Wolf is on the same straightaway with lap traffic right now. He is catching the back end of the field, the 13th place car of Donnie Fair. First car in the crosshairs for becoming a lap vehicle. As Wolf really starting to gap out on Chase Howard. Almost a full straightaway between these two. Good race so far. Only the one caution. Watching guys run all over the track as we see the leader starting to work his way through lap traffic as they're going to come to the halfway signal this time out of turn number 4 right there. Halfway for you. Car slow on the infield. That is Trent Wall's 54 machine that took it up on the berm. Kept it out of the way. Fair. Really keeping the leader pinned in. There's your contact. That's going to allow Chase Howard to get up here and get into the battle for the lead again. He was quite a ways behind in the incident with the lap car, and Jaden Wolf there. Fair not ready to give up and go a lap down, praying for a caution. Just don't think it's going to come. And Wolf struggling to find a way to get around him cleanly. That allows Chase Howard to close the gap. And we're going to have at least a 2-car battle for the lead here if we do not clear this lap car pretty quick.
No, both of them struggling to try to find a way around. That's going to allow Stoll and Gray to kind of join the battle as well. It's going to make it really interesting. That's what I love about long green flag runs.
All right,
when you get into lap traffic like that, but I think there might be a caution coming. There it is, as I believe Cochran flipped over here in the entrance to turn 3.
Oh, yeah. Carden Cochran upside down. He caught the wall out of 2 with the right rear. He got a little more help, but he was already completely out of shape there, and that car is still stuck in the fence over there in 3, and we'll just see how long they allow him to hang out there. I think Donnie Fair might have caught a break. He may be back on the lead lap. They hadn't quite cleared him when the caution came out, so he's going to be able to move that 12th position all the way up and stay on the lead lap with these guys still, but he was in danger of going a lap down. That's the thing about this place that happens quick. You get into lap traffic and all of a sudden the dynamic changes. You can have a straightaway lead, and the next thing you know, there's 3 or 4 cars right on top of you because you've had to wait to get around a lap car, and the guys behind you have had all that clear track to run and catch up. So,
yeah, and Jaden Wolf almost had the worst case scenario happen. You were talking about it there. He made contact with Fair and almost spun that thing around in turn 4. But that's what I was saying. You know, when you get those long green flag runs, it makes it so much more interesting when you have to deal with lap traffic like that.
All right, pace truck is in. 10 laps to go. Only 10 laps remain. They'll happen quick here. Wolf on the throttle. Good jump for him. Going to be 5, 6, 7 car lengths ahead before we get into turn 1. Howard and now Rylan Gray almost had third away from Justin Stoll. Oh, that time Gray gets into the back of Stoll, spins him out in turn 3. I think he thought maybe he was going to go to the top side. As he went there in 1 and 2, and when he went to the bottom, Gray kind of committed to running in there pretty hard. Stoll checked the car up, and Rylan Gray got into the back of him. So that'll move the 06 car all the way to the end of the line. Probably do in his chances of picking up the victory here tonight. But he is going to shift the running order a little bit. Jaden Wolf, Chase Howard, Cody Williams, and Bruce Jones now your top 4. So Bruce Jones right back in this thing late in the going. Then Bo Stenzel, a 5 car there, the black and red machine, into the 5th spot. And with about 9 laps to go in this one, really still anybody's race. Anything can happen. One guy get out of shape just a little bit.
Green, green, green.
Put the green flag back in the air with 9 to go. That time Wolf didn't get nearly as big a jump. But he runs the slider line in 1 and 2, and he extends out to about 4 car lengths as we head for 3 and 4. Chase Howard staying locked in on the bottom. Really isn't losing a lot of ground to Wolf. Out of 2, Wolf seems to have the best drive of anybody out here tonight. He just clicks off the lap. Cody Williams in 3rd. Bruce Jones is 4th. Bo Stenzel still 5th. This thing looks like it's going all Wolf's way right now. They're going to be 6 to go this time out of 3 and 4. As Chase Howard swapped his lineup that time. He's going to the top side now to see if he can do anything with the momentum on the high side. They're trying to run down Jaden Wolf, and I think Wolf just figured out the perfect line around here now. He sees the 5 to go signal.
man.
in
Caution
just a
is out.
little
Caution is
low
out.
there. Caution. Donnie
Got
Fair, Cochran. Is that Trent Wall in this too?
Yeah, I don't think Cochran was in it so much. He kind of had to stop for the cars in front of him, but they got together in the middle of 3 and 4 down there.
Yeah, Wall and Fair got together there, and they're going to bring out the caution. So we'll see one of those two purple machines at the back. So we'll get another green flag with 4 to go. Still, Wolf, Howard, Williams, Jones, and Stenzel, the top 5. I don't even know who all's in the channel to talk. We may not get to talk to any of these guys.
It just seemed like since his heat race, Jaden Wolf had this track figured out tonight in this midget car, and he's put it on display here in the A main as well.
All right, man. Lights are back on the pace car. We're not
Lights
going green
back
this time. We are not
on the
going
pace
green.
car. So we will keep the pace truck. The pace truck just went. I don't know what he was doing. Pace truck driver's drunk.
Yeah, I don't know what his problem is. He's had caused quite a few issues tonight, but it looks like Cochran's trying to catch up to the field a little bit. I don't know if that's why they didn't send it green or not. But
Possibly. It looks like that pace truck is headed in this time. So 4 laps to go. Can Wolf hang on? Can Chase Howard get a really good start with him right here? Doesn't look like it this time. Jaden Wolf's going to go right back to that slider line. That left front just bumping it up on that berm on the inside, the entry to the corner, and it's helped rotate that car. And when he comes off the corner, he has just got a lot of bite and a lot of forward drive. 3 to go that time by Wolf, Howard, and Williams. Still the top 3. 2 to go, and Wolf starting to get away from these guys. Howard not really hanging on like he was early in the going there, starting to fade late in this one. The white flag is out.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution. So we will have a green-white checker. Who is this for? Not for
well,
Trent Wall?
it might be. I saw him spin out on the exit of turn 4, and he tried his hardest to get that car down to the infield and out of the way. He was sitting just past the start-finish line down there by the exit of pit road, and they still threw the caution.
Yeah. Yeah, he stayed outside of that little wall right there for the flag man. And, yeah, that is going to do it. That is going to give you the caution each and every time. So we will have another green and white checker attempt here. All right, this time the pace struck in. Green and white checker on the docket, and I saw Howard close right up on the push bar, but it didn't do him any good as Wolf once again gets a big jump on the start. Down in the backstretch into 3 and 4. If he can make it to the white flag, that will end it. Jaden Wolf to the white flag. So we're going to finish this one right here, this lap, no matter what happens. Wolf, Howard, and Williams, your top 3 right now out of turn number 4. Night 1 in the midgets goes to Jaden Wolf. Chase Howard second, and Cody Williams in third. We'll see if we can get any of these guys in here and chat with them. But a great run. Jaden Wolf, quickest in qualifying, and he really just showed that he's got speed around this tiny little 0.2 of a mile track in the Tulsa Expo Center. He dominated the entire night tonight. Couple of donuts down the backstretch. Going to try to Rico this thing down the backstretch. Good job there, Mr. Wolf. He'll bring it around, park it on the front stretch for us. And he jumps right out of the car before I could even get him on camera right there. But we will get to that. Ready to go. I don't know if this Cody guy here in the chat, Josh Walker, AFK, I don't know who that is either. Let's see if this Cody is Cody Williams. Because I have no idea who some of these guys are. Hey, Cody.
How's it going?
Is this Cody Williams?
Yes, it is.
All right, man. Well, a great run for you tonight.
Thank
Pretty
you.
tough little field of cars there. You come home third, man. How much fun was that feature?
Oh, that was solid 9 out of 10, man. I don't know. It one of these things I wasn't really planning on racing. It's like, yeah, why not? I'll give it a shot. Wasn't planning on making anything special to come home third. That's pretty big.
Yeah, big field of cars. A lot of racing to be done, and man, you get it in there, get it home in third. You coming back and run the modifieds tomorrow night?
At the moment, I'm planning on racing a cup league at Daytona, but you know how that goes. That'll probably be a demolition derby, and by the looks of it, if I end up wrecking out, I will be here. We'll just see how it works out, though. So
I mean, well,
I will be here on Sunday for the supers, though.
Oh, okay. So we will see you back on Sunday. We got all 3 races for this thing, so that's fantastic, man. Some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a great run tonight here in the Midgets at the Chili Bowl.
Big shout-out to everyone that helps me out with this, you know. If it wasn't for them, Bobby Blount's Auto Repair, CWD, which is my little paint business we got going. Hopefully we can lock it in the show on Sunday, maybe tomorrow, and hopefully have another good race.
All right, man. We appreciate you chatting with us. If we don't see you tomorrow, we'll definitely see you on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
All right. That is Cody Williams. I don't see anybody else in here to chat with. Well, now, wait a minute. Here's Chase Howard. Let's grab our second place finisher. Chase Howard, you there? Oh, his mic is muted. He needs to unmute his microphone. Holler at us when you got that thing unmuted, Chase. We're going to run down the actual finishing order, the official results for tonight. We'll come back to you. Wolf picks up the win. Chase Howard is second. Cody Williams in third. Bruce Jones was fourth. Bo Stenzel fifth. Jordan Lordenson in the sixth spot. Seventh to Justin Stoll. Ben Lewis in eighth. Donnie Farrer ninth. 10th to Trent Wall. Cannon Cochran finishes 11th. Bowen Smith 12th. 13th to Rylan Gray. And Riker Pace rounded out of the field. Get that microphone fixed there, Mr. Chase. So far, I don't hear anything from him. Sure was hoping to get an interview. I'd like to see Jaden Wolf show up in here. That'd be great.
He's in the list, but I think he might have his chat muted too.
Jaden is?
Yeah, I see him down here.
I don't see him. Where do you see him at?
He is above or below Williamson.
That's crazy. I don't see any of these guys in here. Let's poke him and tell him to come to the interview channel. There's Chase Howard.
You hear me now?
I got you now, buddy. Great run for you tonight, man. You come home second. You put up a heck of a fight, and you moved that car all around tonight, but just a little bit too much wolf for you this evening, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I didn't have enough laps or just couldn't figure it out. I don't know. It was a really tricky track towards the end, but I don't know. The 7 car was really good, so congrats to him.
Still nothing to hang your head about, man. This was a tough field. It's a tough place to race. It is. These cars are a handful anyway. How much did you have to search for grip out there during that feature?
Oh, yeah, everywhere. I don't know, I probably wasn't half throttle at the most, but the bottom was working really well towards the beginning, through the middle, but towards the end, I don't know, there's just momentum, sort of. That's all you had left.
Still fantastic. Are we going to see you tomorrow night in the modifieds?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really good at full body cars, so
come in and try to put it on the podium 3 nights in a row, man.
I might try, but you might see me about 19th tomorrow and Sunday.
Well, if you're in the field, that's the most important part, man. You got anybody you can give a shout out to before we let you get out of here?
Nobody, but Hayden Brinkley for helping me out. You know, he hooked me up with a new iRacing team, so a little bit more fun now. But virtual DHR suspension mostly. So, yeah, no, it was fun.
All right, man, a fantastic room. Appreciate you taking the time. Hopefully we get to see you tomorrow night or Sunday. If not, man, good luck to you, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.
All right, second place finisher Chase Howard. We are still trying to procure Mr. Wolf.
So, I just talked to Jaden. He is having some mic issues. He's currently trying to fix them so he can come join us in the chat.
Oh, well, that'll be fine. That's fine. We'll wait for him just a moment or two here. It'd be great to talk to our winner tonight and find out what his plans are for the rest of this weekend. I saw Carden for a second, and then he vanished. I was going to grab him and bring him to chat. Now I don't see him any longer, so I don't know where he went. We'll give Jaden Wolf just a moment or two here to get his technical difficulties worked out. It was a great night of racing, though, still. We saw a few cautions, but you're going to have that. One of these midgets are a handful, and two, this track is very, 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 very tricky. I can't say enough varies about how tricky this place is, but still a good night of racing, dog.
Yeah, it was. And I think they got it straightened out for the most part. We saw a lot of cautions in the heat race, but when we got to the A main, I think we had one or two, maybe three, but it was a lot better racing, a lot more consistent racing, and a good race overall. And, we talked pre-race about how tricky this was to run around here. But they did a decent job, and we're excited to get some bigger cars out here tomorrow night and continue on with what we got going for the weekend.
I was going to ask you, what do you think? These little midgets are made to be in here, but you're going to put the big cars like the modifieds and the late models up in here. What do you think about that? With as much fun as these guys had figuring out the midgets here, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow night when we put the full body cars in here?
I know we were talking before the broadcast. I went on and tried some practice laps in iRacing, which I'm awful at. No dirt racing experience, but we talked about how much throttle control you have to have, and even with a bigger car, more horsepower, it's going to be even more critical to go do that. And I might go take a practice lap just to take a look at how hard it is, but it's going to be more difficult. Bigger cars, less room, tight racetrack, more horsepower. There could be a few more cautions than we see tonight too.
Well, Carden joined us here in the booth. Carden, thanks for having us in here to do all three nights of this thing. After night number one, what are your thoughts?
I think it ran pretty well, and I guess I have a sixth sense because I heard my name on a broadcast.
Yeah, I saw you pop in one of the channels above, and I was going to grab you and drag you down here real quick, and you just poofed right on out of there. I couldn't find you anymore, so I wanted to find out. I wanted to find out, kind of what you thought about the group here tonight, watching these guys do a little bit of battle, and what are your thoughts going into the full body cars coming up the next two nights?
In the full body car stuff, I believe is going to be a lot more contact. I'm going to have to encourage the people in the driver's meeting to have cooler heads in those, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of hot heads tomorrow night and Sunday.
Well, it is a whole lot harder to get that big, 2,500, 3,000 pound car woe down on this teeny tiny little 0.2 of a mile track. It's not that wide anyway. And when you get the left front or even the left rear up on that inside berm, tends to get these things way out of shape. And when that car is that big and you're slinging that much weight around, it's hard to not have a little bit of contact. So your encouragement is going to come in the form of a paddle. Yes?
Yes. Because they're gonna need to calm it down, because I did a lot of the hosted races with these cars, and they're a lot of fun, but you have to have a lot of patience on this small of a track with those big of cars.
Well, so it is always fun to cover you guys. I covered you guys for 5 or 6 weeks, back a few weeks ago before your season ended, and it was fun watching you guys get around out there. So I'm excited to see what your mod and your late model guys can do out here. Was kind of surprised to see you guys choose midgets for this, but I know why you did. A little indoor nationals fantastic idea, and see a lot of people starting to follow suit. So a little bit of a trendsetter there. We want to thank you again for letting us come in and cover these, and we hope we're doing them justice. And where did my guy go? I was getting ready to bring Jaden Wolf in here, and he vanished again.
Yeah, I saw him.
That is not fair. Either way, man, we're going to let you get out of here. Any final thoughts before we head off into big body racing tomorrow night?
I just want to thank. I honestly was not expecting as many midgets as we had show up tonight, and I am so thankful for everybody that showed up and everybody that is watching and at home and enjoying the racing.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much for stopping in and chatting with us, and maybe we'll get a chance to holler at you tomorrow evening as well.
All right. Yep. See you around.
Thanks, Carden. All right, so Dom, I don't know what happened to him. I don't see him, and I know you could. Did he leave?
He's still here, but his mic's still showing the same thing, so I don't know if he hasn't told me anything different. He said he would join once he got his mic issues figured out, but it's still showing the same thing on my screen, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, we may have to forego speaking to the winner tonight, and hopefully we'll see him tomorrow night. Maybe we get a chance to talk to him pre-race about his win here tonight, but final thoughts from you about this evening and heading into the rest of the weekend.
Well, Jaden just messaged me, said he can't get it to work. He apologizes, but maybe we'll try to get him on, as you mentioned, in the pre-race. But no, good racing. Excited to see what's going to happen tomorrow. I think Carden's got it locked down to a key. There's going to be more contact. It's going to be tighter, as we were talking about, and it could be more exciting for sure.
All right, well, I can't wait to see it. I plan on being back in time to help you tomorrow night, but I'm going to leave you in charge of it, and I will just join you tomorrow evening. Great night of racing. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. Guys, thank you very much for being here. NDRA Gateway Nationals Night 1. Jaden Wolf was your winner. We will move on to the Modified Series tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. We will go live. Tell Jaden maybe tomorrow we can get together on our TeamSpeak before we go live and chat with him about tonight's win. For myself and Dominic here tonight, Dirt Racing Network, guys, thanks for tuning in. Until we see you tomorrow night, everybody keep it dirty